Good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports has finalized the list of schools' sports meets scheduled for the second term, following a meeting with the physical education teachers of the secondary schools and the district physical education and sports coordinator of the primary schools. Now, according to school sports coordinator Mrs. Isabel Markey, this meeting was to review the first terms of sporting activities and to plan ahead for the ensuing term. The calendar will comprise of the various primary and secondary schools track meets interspersed with the tennis competition. This will be followed by the secondary schools under-19 Massey Insurance Cricket Tournament and the under-19 schools male and female volleyball tournaments. The first school's sporting activity to be contested is the inter-district primary school table tennis competition that is scheduled to ping off at the end of January. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports Grosley after-school cricket program continued on Wednesday, January 16th at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. Once again, another successful developmental session was conducted with the young male and female cricketers demonstrating a lot of zeal and enthusiasm. The program continues to generate quite a lot of interest, and interested young cricketers still have the opportunity to participate today. Well, that was earlier today. That was Thursday, 17th January at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds from 4 p.m. Now, veterans of football returns to the Mabia Valley playing field this weekend. On Saturday, 19th from 6 p.m., defending champions Sufre Veterans, they will take on Miko. While from 8 p.m., three-time champions VSADC, they will take on last year's finalists Grosley. On Sunday, 20th January, Central VA4, they will do battle against Marshall, capital of Castries, from 5 p.m. While from 7 p.m., Labui Connections, they will take on Flow Lancers. Should be exciting. Now, Netball St. Lucia is continuing its training sessions for its various national teams at the VG Sports Complex with a fixed yet flexible schedule. The under-16s are trained on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3:30 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays at 11 a.m. The said coaches are Shem Maxwell and Vernon Alexander, with Sanya Antoine serving as manager. There will be joint training sessions for both the under-23 and the senior teams on Mondays and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. and on Saturdays from 3 p.m. The under-23s will be under the watchful eyes of coaches Michelle Rogers and, of course, Linda Ford, with Alexandra Eugene serving as manager. On the other, Donalyn Joseph heads the coaching staff for the seniors, with Gemma Lionel as her assistant coach and Veronica Harris as manager. The association has appointed a selection committee whose major function is to select their respective squads to represent Netball St. Lucia. The head coach of the respective training teams will join the selection committee in the final selections of the teams. The selection committee is made up of Wayne Benty, Karen Tobier, Michael Pierre, and of course Frederica Leon. Well, one match was played in the Honorable Alan Shastney District Rep Cup at the Deriso playing field on Wednesday, 16th January 2019. The match featured the neighbors Lacoville against Lionheart. In the first half, both teams were presented with some half chances, but were unable to convert, resulting in the half ending goalless. At the resumption, neither team seemed able to create any clear-cut chances, and after 90 minutes of football, neither team was able to break the deadlock as the game ended in a stalemate. Well, matches continued today, Thursday, 17th January. Veterans, they came up against Smolax at 4 p.m. We'll have the results for you in a subsequent sportscast. Now, the second edition of the CONCACAF Club Shield Tournament will be hosted in Curaçao from the 5th to the 15th of April 2019, and it will feature clubs from 13 Caribbean associations. The draw for the said tournament has been finalized into 3 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4. Platinum Football Club of St. Lucia has been drawn in Group C, featuring Hoppers FC of Antigua and Barbuda, and Rams of Village Superstars of St. Kitts and Nevis. The tournament will take the form of a single round robin playoff in each group, following which the top 2 teams will advance to the quarterfinals and subsequently the semifinals and then the grand finals. The winner of the 2019 CONCACAF Caribbean Shield, they provided the said team, providing the said team fulfills the CONCACAF Regional Club licensing criteria, will have the opportunity to face the 4th place finisher of the 2019 Flow CONCACAF Caribbean Cup Championship. This playoff match to determine the 4th Caribbean representative in the 2019 Scotiabank. They will be determining the representative in the CONCACAF League. Now, the fifth round of the CWI 4-day regional cricket tournament bowls off today. They bowled off earlier today, the 17th of January 2019, with the Windward Island Volcanoes playing the Jamaican Scorpions in St. George's, Grenada. The Volcanoes will be looking to complete the season sweep against the Scorpions after battling brilliantly to win their third round contest on the road. Volcanoes have lost twice this season to the Jaguars, but they have also beaten the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force and will be looking to gain some momentum against the once powerful Scorpions, who look like a shadow of themselves this season. Well, two other matches will be played. Guyana Jaguars, they play host to Leeward Hurricanes, and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they host the Barbados Pride. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, they mourn the loss of a table tennis star. We'll be back. Welcome back. Well, the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, Inc., SLOC, they joined the Table Tennis Association and the National Sporting Fraternity in expressing regret following the passing of Paul Christopher, who represented St. Lucia in regional table tennis beginning in the late 1970s to 1990s. Well, Christopher was a national junior under-16 champion in 1978 and also represented the senior national team from 1980 to 1993. He first emerged on the national team playing at the Windward Islands Championship. In addition, he was instrumental in St. Lucia's success at the OECS Championships, which began in 1986. At the OECS Championships, he helped St. Lucia win 4 team championship gold medal titles, on three occasions, in 1988, in 1990 and 1992. Paul, along with Urban Anderson, won the OECS Doubles Championship gold medal titles. President of the St. Lucia Table Tennis Association, Teddy Matthews, who played alongside Christopher, described him as a player who was very difficult to defeat when at his best. The SLOC Executive Board members and, of course, the DBS Sports team would like to extend condolences to his family and the table tennis fraternity in general on the passing of an outstanding national representative. May he rest in peace. Well, England bowlers brutally exposed the frailty of the CWI's President's 11th batting at the opening 2-day tour match, ended up in a farcical draw at the 3Ws Oval in Barbados. Responding to England's 317, the President's 11 crumbled to 128 as same as Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad and Sam Curran skipped through the innings. Only Vishal Singh, 35, Captain Jamal Hamilton, 25, and Raymond Reefer showed any sort of resistance. As the innings were folded just before tea, the President's 11 was sent back to bat and ended the day on 75 for the loss of 9 wickets. Vishal Singh was the only batsman to show any resistance, scoring 25 runs. Latest selected West Indies opening batsman John Campbell failed to make an impression as he only managed 1 run in both innings. A second 2-day match was scheduled to start today. That's the Thursday, 17th January at that same venue. Serena Williams swatted aside Canada's Eugenie Bouchard in a straight set to continue her quest for a second, or a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam title at the Australian Open. The American 16 seed made a rapid start on the way to a 6-6 victory over the 2014 Wimbledon finalists. Not everything went the 47-year-old's way, but she demonstrated why she is considered the tournament favorite. Ukraine's Diana Yaskryska ranked 57th, awaits her in the 3rd round. Well, finally, the Golden State Warriors came back from a 17-point deficit to beat the Pelicans 147-140. Stephen Curry made the NBA history, becoming the first player to ever make 8 or more three-pointers in 3 consecutive games. He finished with 41 points on a 9 of 17 three-point shooting on the night. Kevin Durant added 30 points for Golden State, while Anthony Davis led the Pelicans with 30 points and 18 rebounds. The two teams combined to make 43 three-pointers, breaking the NBA record set by the Warriors and Kings just 10 days prior. The Warriors' 24 made the three-pointers, tied the franchise record set earlier this season, while 49 attempts were the most in franchise history. Wow. Sports, the DBS News continues after the break.